Hello, it's Dawn here from Dawn's Inspirations. I just wanted to share with you the Wallet Pocket Mini. This is an album I did last year, and Jodie from Prima used this album on her Ustream video to showcase her new paper collection, the Princess collection. By popular request from a lot of my YouTube and website and Facebook followers, I've refilmed the video and updated it using the paper collection from Jodie, which is the Princess paper collection. The album itself uses one sheet of 12 by 12 with no glue at all, so it's all just folding to make this beautiful album that's got several pockets. You've got pockets in the side here and in the side here, pockets again inside. You've got two pockets here inside. I've also created another pocket here by using some of the embellishments, and then you've also got two pockets here as well. So I've done a video tutorial showing you how to make the album, and I've also then embellished it, and I will show you all the little embellishments. But as you can see, there's lots going on in this album. So if I just take everything out, you've got a tag there and a tag there. I've done a little half tag here that you can add tickets etc. in. If I turn it over on this side, there's another photo tag there to add extra embellishments on. There's another tag there with a little gift card on, so you can, if you want to give the album as a present, you've got a little gift card there. There's a little mini album here that closes with a paper clip, and this opens out there again to give even more opportunities to add photographs. So let me move that along, and then the last little album comes out the other pocket, and that's got a little magnetic closure with another little tag in as well. So as you can see, there's lots to this little mini wallet, pocket wallet. So if you watch the rest of the video, I'll show you how to make your pocket mini pocket wallet, and then also how to make all the embellishments to go in it. So hope you enjoy it. Today I thought I'd show you using the Prima papers that are hers. This is from the Princess collection. I'll leave a link down the bottom of the video, at the bottom of the video of her Ustream video that she did with Frank, and also my original that shows the 3 albums made out of one sheet of 12 by 12. But today I'm just going to show you the one that she made of mine, which is the wallet style mini book. So for this you're just going to need one sheet of 12 by 12 double-sided pattern paper. So today I'm using the Princess collection, and I've picked Lily here for my main wallet. So that is going to be my paper to make the main project. And then I've also picked out from the paper collection, I've also picked out Mia, because you've got lots of like these ATC sized patterns on here. So these are ideal for making little journaling cards and booklets to go inside the wallet. So I've got that as well. So that's double-sided, but it's plain on the other side, but I'm going to use this side to make some little tags and booklets to go in the wallet. And then I've also got, from the Princess collection as well, I've got the collage, which is all these little elements, and I'm going to cut some of these out and also use on the project for decoration. So they're the 3 pieces of cardstock or pattern paper I'm going to be using. So we'll start off with the piece we need for our main album. A lot of you think you've come somewhere strange because I've got a new board. I've bought a board from Stampin' Up. I'm going to try this one out. It's got 1/8 of an increment in inches all the way along, which my Score Pal doesn't. So that's why I'm trying out this board at the moment. And it's got the inches mark along the top and also down the side. So this is from Stampin' Up. They don't actually make a mat to go on this. I've got my Score Pal mat or messy mat that I'm putting on here as well to work, because I like to actually work on my board. So this is what I'm going to try out, see if it will work. So this is my Stampin' Up board. So you might think that you come to the wrong place and you've got the wrong video, but here it is. So you're getting the sheet of your 12 by 12, and we need to cut this down so it measures 12 inches by 10 and a half. So I'm just going to slide this along, bring my arm out. So I need this to measure 10 and a half. Paper trimmer to one side. Now you know with this album you don't need any glue to put this album together, so you just need your paper, good bone folder and your scoreboard. So that's all you need. So I'm going to start off. So along the 12-inch side, so you need your 12 inches along the top, you need to score at 3/4 of an inch, 3 inches, 6 inches, 9 inches and 11 1/4 inches. I'm going to flip it over and do exactly the same on the other side, just because, you know, I like to double score to help the fibres of the paper. Now the Prima paper, you don't have to press too hard. It does feel quite thick, but I wouldn't go digging in your tool when you're actually scoring this, because you may find the paper will crack. So just do it lightly on both sides. We're then going to do a 1/4 turn, so that makes this the 10 1/2 inch side, and you then need to score this at 1 inch. Out the channel for some reason. So 1 inch and then 5 3/4 inches. So just 2 score lines on that one. And then I'm going to flip it over again and do exactly the same on the other side. So that's all our scoring done. So now we need to then do the burnishing. Okay. So what I'm going to get you to do to start off with is to lay your paper out so you've got your, what is 1/4 of an inch in on both sides, and we're going to start off by scoring those. Now this is also a stage where you can decide what your pattern you want on the inside and what you want on the outside. So I think I'm going to go with the plainer colour on the inside, so I'm going to score these inwards. So just press your 2, that's your 1/4 of an inch and your 11 1/4, sorry, 3/4 of an inch and 11 3/4. So you've got that looking like that. Okay, and then also you're going to fold into the next score line, which is your 3 inch and also your 9 inch. At the moment I'm just pressing this down with my hands, okay, just to get a feel for the paper. And then on the 10 1/2 inch side, fold that 1/2 inch in, and then also the other measurement you got in the top, the 1 inch one. Okay, so we're starting to see the fold lines in our paper. This is what I want you to see, and then we're going to fold this one in as well. So you should now start to see all the fold lines in your paper. Now I'm going to go ahead with my bone folder and start burnishing these folds. The Prima paper is quite a thick quality. On my original I used the graphic 45, which was there again a very thick quality. So you really need to burnish these lines. Use the flat side of your scoreboard, your scoring tool, or your bone folder, because you don't want to tear your paper. So as you see, I'm just laying it down on the flat side, because basically this album doesn't use any glue and it is really origami. So that's why we need to have these folds nice and flat. So as you see, I'm just using the flat side of my paper, and then I'm not getting any cracking going on here. So just keep folding all your score folds just with the flat side of your bone folder. Okay, bring these in again. Okay, do another one on that side as well. So as you see, I'm getting nice crisp folds now. I'm quite happy with how that's coming. I'm going to open it out, and then I'm going to do my other 2 fold lines in exactly the same way. I'm opening it out at this stage so I can get a nice crease on these fold lines, because eventually when we fold everything together, you're going to get that 3 or 4 layers that you're trying to fold. So I just want at the moment you just to get these fold lines nice and creased. Okay, I'll flip that one over again. Okay, so that's all our creases now done. So we're going to fold these in like that. So you've got your top flap here. Okay, we're not going to do anything with that at the moment. You've got your middle flap there. You've got your 2 little pieces folded over, and then these come over and that comes up. Okay, so it should be looking like this. Now the next thing I want you to do is we're going to do a fold. So you're going to have your 3/4 of an inch folds in on both sides, and then you're going to get this and you're going to make a triangle up to the score line. Don't put it on the score line. I want you to go just before the score line. Okay, so it's not even an 1/8 of an inch, but it's just before that score line. So as you can see now, you've got 4 lots of paper. Bring that in there, because you've got 4 lots of paper going on here, so it's going to start feeling quite bulky, and this is the way you just go in with your bone folder nice and flat and get a fold. Okay, do the same again on this side. So I'm not going right up, I'm going up to the score line but not on the score line. Just easing it down. Just take your time with the paper, because you don't want your paper to rip. If you haven't tried this album before, it's quite a good one to try it on a piece of scrap paper first. You know, if you've got a piece of 12x12 live out that you might not particularly like, or it's a thinner quality, have a play first with a piece of that so you can see how the album comes together. But once you've made it once, it is a very quick album to put together, and it's a nice little pocket wallet. So it works out quite nicely. So I'm doing the same on all 4 corners. Just taking my time to press these down and burnish them. Now I'm going to fold it out, turn it over, and I'm just going to flatten again on the other side. So just be careful with your papers. Every paper collection is different. You don't have to do this with the Prima. I thought I'd show you today with the Prima, as Jodie had actually done this on a Ustream video, and I just wanted to share it with you. So we've taken those 4 corners in. We're now going to fold it in again. So you're just going to tuck those corners inwards. Okay, like that. And then you're going to fold it back on itself. So you've got this element going on. Now already you can see that it's getting quite bulky, and you're thinking, how is that going to actually work? It will work. Just keep easing your papers. Just gently keep teasing them flat. It will happen. Now what I'm going to do with this top one is we're going to bend this over. Now you can do this in 2 ways. You can bend this over, so you've got quite a bulk of paper there, and then you can tuck your papers underneath on this one. Just tuck that in on there just to show you. So you can tuck them in like that. So you've got 1, 2 pockets there, another 2 pockets there, a pocket there and a pocket there. So as you can see, it feels quite bulky, but it will flatten out the more you play with it. So we can do it like that, or we can do it another way to give us another 2 slips. And the way you do that is lay that down, lay your fold over, and then tuck that under there. So as you can see, it's like origami. And by laying it then under there, you've got a slip under there and a slip there. Personally, I prefer it the other way because I think it looks neater. But as I say, it's personal choice. So I'm going to do mine the other way. So I'm going to just tuck these under there. And that basically is your main wallet done. Okay, so that's your main wallet done. So as I say, you've got a slip in there and a slip in there, so that's two pockets. You've got a pocket on that side and a pocket on that side, that's four, and when you open it up, you've got a pocket in there and a pocket in there. So there's lots of space for adding little elements to this project. Okay, so you can have it either way, you can fold it either way, whichever you feel most comfortable with. If you wanted to fold it that way, you can. I'm going to keep mine this way because I like the little bit of interest on the outside there, and I'm going to keep it plain on the inside. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you quickly how I'm going to make a few of the elements to go in here, and then I'm going to go ahead and get that decorated. So let's pop that to one side. So as you know, we had this sheet here which is called Mia, and you've got lots of like the ATC sizes already cut out on here basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some of these up to make some little booklets and tags to go in. So I'm going to start off with this one at the bottom. So just bringing that in line. Just take your time to line your things up. Lined up. That's better. Slither off. And then what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take this front one off. So I'm going to keep that as a tag. So this can be a tag that can slip into a pocket here, or it can slip into a pocket here because it's the perfect size, or you can slip it into a pocket here at the back as well. So as you can see, that ACT size is the perfect size tag to make this album. So if you were making this album, I would definitely suggest that you pick up a sheet of the Mia paper collection if you wanted to use the Princess collection to make one of these albums. So I'd definitely pick up one of those. Now I've got these three elements here. As you know, I've cut one off. I've kept these three together. And what I'm going to do with these, I'm bringing it in on my scoreboard, and as you see, there's a tiny little white natural line down here. And I'm going to put a score line on that, just on both sides. I'm going to fold that over using the really flat side again of my bone folder. Okay, so that makes a nice little booklet. Now when you come to putting things on the side pockets, as you can see, when you pop these cards in, you don't see a lot of them sticking out. It mainly gets hidden with everything that's in there. So I'm going to fold this in a bit more to give a bit more interest, so it slightly sticks out from the wallet and gives a little bit of interest of what's going on with the album. Personal choice again, you don't have to do it how I've done it, you can do it exactly how you like. So all I'm going to do is, because part of this shows, I'm just going to bring a bit more out. So I'm going to probably go, we'll go to 3.5. So I've got one piece folded over and I've just scored at 3.5. Let's do exactly the same on the other side. Bring my mat in. And then I'm going to fold this over, exactly the same again. So I've got a little booklet here that opens out. I will probably glue this down to make a little pocket, and then this makes an ideal little booklet to go on one of the side wallets, because you've got lots of layers of interest and things sticking out. So I'm just going to go ahead now and get mine decorated, and then I'll come back to you and show you some of the elements that I've made to decorate my little mini wallet. So I'll see you in a minute. I've gone ahead and decorated my little wallet now, and this is what it looked like, all plain with all the pockets all in it ready to go. So I'll just walk you through now the finished product, as I'm really pleased with how it's come out. Lots of interest, lots of things going on here. So it's a nice little wallet style there, just made with one sheet and then a couple of sheets to decorate. I've held it together with just a little clothes peg there, which I've attached some little sparkly gems on just for a bit of interest. So just added those with some glossy accents. We can open the album out this way. As you can see, you've got the two pockets here and the two pockets on the outside, and then if I flip it over, you've got two pockets on the inside as well. So let's go ahead and start on the outside. So as you look at the wallet, I've got a little tag that goes in here. This is one of the little tags from the extra sheet that we had, and then with the sheet that was called Princess Collage, I'll then just cut a couple of little elements from there just to make a little gift tag that you could write a little message in if you wanted to give this away as a gift. If not, it can be used for journaling, and you can put a photograph under there and a photograph as well at the back. So that's the first little pocket, so that just tucks in behind there. On this middle pocket here, I've gone to town a bit more. I've got the closure here with a large paper clip, which I've added a little bit of the pink seam binding to, and a little heart embellishment on there. There again, I've used one of the cut aparts from the collage collection. And then if we open this up, this opens out onto a trifold, so space there for 3 photographs, and then if you flip it over as well, you could add another 2 photographs as well on the back. So as I say, it's a trifold there, so there's plenty of space for adding photographs. That just folds in. The stamps I've used here, this is the Fairy Bell collection. This is a freebie stamp collection that came as well with the pattern paper that came with Simply cards and paper crafting. So I've just used there again, because they're Prima and they're also by Jodie, the same designer. I've just added those stamps in there, and then I've just put a little bird on there. Okay, so that's that little album. So I just hold that one shut with the paper clip, and then you've got the little trinket and ribbon there on the outside. So that pops in there. As you see with the album laying, you've got lots of interest with the layers going on as well. We'll open up on the inside of the album. Just pop that in behind there. Again, I've used the stamp from the collection, and then I've used this little butterfly ribbon here. This was just some stuff from my crafty stash I've used to add little embellishments to this. Another photo tag behind here. Again, I've used the stamp, but you can put photographs on both sides of that tag, and that just slides in behind there. Another tag on this side again. Plenty of space for photographs that can slide behind there. Just pop that in behind there. And then on the front here, to give another bit more interest, I've used one of the little collage collection photographs, and then I just fussy cut around part of it to make a pocket, and I just stuck some really thin red double-sided tape. This one, I just stuck an L shape to create a little pocket to go behind there to add a bit more interest. This there again is one of the tags from the collection. I've put a score line down, and I've folded it not quite in half to give some interest with what's going on. Again, one of the little photographs from the collage collection, but I've just had that sticking out. Again, I've only put tape at the top, so you could slide a photograph if you wished underneath. Just get a bit So you can still slide a photograph or a receipt, or little bits of memorabilia can go behind there. And then a little metal butterfly I've got stuck on the front there. So that just pops behind that little half pocket. Then you've got the other big inside pocket. This one's a little album. I've die cut using my punch here. Use the punch for this one. I haven't actually written anything on there because until I decide who's getting the album, I won't write on what's there. Round the edge here and down the sides, I've used a pearl pen, which is liquid pearls, which it's all liquid inside, and then you just blob them out, so you put them to where you want them. You just need to let them dry, and then they're dry raised. And then I've closed this album with a little tiny magnet, so just a nice little magnet on there. Again, I've used the stamps there, and then there's another little, pull it out, another little tag there for adding more photographs. That slots behind there. So as I said, I've put a magnet in this one. I used my punch to create an aperture on this part, because this was 3 folded out. So I used a punch to create an aperture, and then I die cut one of the tiny little collage elements and stuck behind that, and then the magnet stuck behind that. So the magnet's about there. So when it closes, it just holds it all still. So I've only got 1 tag inside there, but you could put probably 2 or 3 tags inside there. So you can not only add photographs on here, you've got 2 you can put in there, and if you wanted to put another mat in there, you could quite easily. Okay, so that slides inside that one. Pokes out a bit, so you've got a bit of interest, as I say, going on with the layers. And then on the back page, or the back pocket, another little card comes out. I've put lace just stuck down there, and I've put some little pink pearls down here this time to bring out the pink in the flowers and the pink in the seam binding here that I've used to just finish off the album with some pearls. So this little mat, rather than just doing there again a single mat to go in there, I cut it long ways. So I've got 2 that are joined together, did a score line and folded it. I've just added a little bit of the seam binding there with a bow to give a bit more interest, and then I've put some of the tiny little butterflies again with the ribbon, and then a little metal butterfly there. So there's plenty of space again for adding photographs. You put 4 photographs there quite easily. So that just tucks in behind there, but by having the pink of the ribbon and the butterfly, you've got all your interest going on there with the pockets. You've got all that little bit seeping out that you think, oh, what's that next? So that's my little wallet mini. So this is made using 1 sheet of 12 by 12 with no glue, and then of course I've used the other elements of the paper that I showed you to create some little mini albums to go inside. I'll just pull that one out, it's going a bit too far. So that's my little project, and that's using the Prima Princess collection by Jodie Lee. So as she did it as a Ustream video for on the Prima site, I thought I'd do my take on it using the Prima paper this time. So I'm Dawn from Dawn's Inspirations. If you'd like to see the original video, I'll leave the link below, and if you want to know any further information, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me through my website www.dawnsinspirations.com, or you can get in touch with me on my Facebook page. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.